In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the government shutdown and why right now may be the perfect time for you to get started in your own business. Stay tuned. What's up guys, Brian here from Revenue Pro Tips, where we help put you in a position of power over your personal and business finances by providing you with information, tips, and even opportunities to generate additional or even a full-time income online. Now, if this is your first time visiting the channel, we definitely want to welcome you and thank you for your time and checking us out today. And just know that we strive on a weekly basis to bring you new content from industry professionals, people working within companies, to people who own their own business and companies, entrepreneurs who have built great enterprises or just a great source of income for themselves to achieve financial freedom, which is exactly what we want for you. So we hope to contribute to that. And at any time during this video, please do consider hitting that red subscribe button below and hitting that bell notification so that you don't miss when we drop new content and bring you new information and opportunities. So with that said, today's video, guys, is going to be we're going to touch a little bit about a topic right now, something going on, a current situation that is affecting a great amount of people and is really unfortunate, and that being the government shutdown right now currently going on here in the United States. And the problem with that is that over 800,000 government employees from various agencies have been affected by that, right? Meaning in terms of their pay, right? 380,000 or so of those 800,000 have already been furloughed without pay, and the remaining of that 800,000 currently working still without pay. So, this is really devastating for some people, and there are many people suffering from this, and it's really unfortunate. And if you're somebody who's been affected, I totally hope that this definitely changes very, very, very soon for you, and things work out for you and your loved ones or whoever is counting on you, right? So with that said, I just wanted to quickly touch on this idea of maybe right now being the right time for some of you out there. I'm not talking specifically to people working for government. They have other things like just trying to have some kind of income to sustain them. But for others out there, or anyone who is looking for opportunity to create either a income or even just an additional income, if you work a job and you already like what you do, or you have an existing business or want to create more for yourself or for others, right now may be the right time to start a business or begin an entrepreneurial career for those of you who have never considered it, right? Many of you out there, just like myself, was raised with kind of maybe a traditional mindset when it came to money, how to create, how to generate income, right? You go to school, get good grades so you can get a decent job, and that's it, right? You go to work every day and you do what you got to do. And the issue and the problem with that, guys, is that now we are seeing more and more as time goes on, for me, starting just 10 years ago, a decade ago or so, with the recession up to now, is that we used to think in terms of having a job as security, right? Job security. You used to hear those words all the time. You need job security. Well, with the recession and even now, people, actual government employees, can't bank on that, right? There's no security in even a government job. So, in 10 years ago, a decade ago, with the recession, some of the biggest companies and organizations in the world were tanking, completely going under. And the problem is that there is no security, right? You have people, and you may know some people who worked on a job 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and it was totally just all wiped away from them, right? They were counting on the pension and their retirement and all these things and totally lost it, right? So we now know that there is no more security. And in fact, doing so, relying solely on one source of income, is risky, right? When we think in terms, when many people out there hear entrepreneurship, start your own business and things like that, they think, oh my gosh, no, aren't you scared? That's risky. Why would I do that? Well, the problem now, and more people are realizing this, is that there's also great risk in relying on one source of income that being a job, right? So, I want to encourage many out there that if you have never considered look into perhaps starting your own business. There are many opportunities out there, and yeah, starting your own business, there is generally risk involved, but this is 2019, and there are also many ways in which you can start a business with minimal to almost no risk at all. Like really, like there's businesses out there where the only thing required of you is some time. Like you don't have to put in money or anything, create products and all this. And we can show you that. Matter of fact, I'll link in the description below a video on how to get started in affiliate marketing. For those of you out there who've never heard of it, it's a great way to start an online based business for absolutely free. And check out that video again. It'll be in the description. And it's a simple, in that video we show you a simple 4-step process to get you going and actually get you generating money, again, without you investing a penny in it. All right, just a little bit of time. But overall, what are some of the benefits? Well, here's the thing, right? We already know there's risk in entrepreneurship and starting your own business, but we now know there's also great risk in relying on one source of income or relying on your job, right? So if you're going to take a risk, you might as well do one with a much greater upside, and that being starting your own business and being an entrepreneur, right? And one of the biggest parts of owning your own business, one of the greatest things about it, for those of us looking to generate and create more income, is you have control over how much money you make. You do not have to wait, quarterly or annually or however long your job does reviews to see if you even deserve, a raise. Sometimes that being a few cents to, if you're somebody who makes a decent income of say 6 figures or something like that, but to only get a $500,000, $2,000 a raise a year, like that doesn't quite make much sense to me. When you can also, it may be a risk, but you can also start your own business and you can literally go and make, $1,000 tomorrow more than you made today, right? If you own your own business. Now, I'm not saying that's practical. I'm not saying that's guaranteed what's going to happen, but it does happen, right? For many people out there who create and start businesses, you can literally like make $1,000 more tomorrow than what you made today, depending on what you're doing. It ultimately just comes down to how much value you create. So for if you're thinking, well, hey, yeah, maybe I would try building a business, just remember, money follows value. Money follows value. Just like your job, nobody gets paid by the hour. Nobody gets paid, monthly or annually. They say that is how much you make annually and all that. Look, you get paid based on how valuable you are. Like how much value do you take to the marketplace? Do you add to the marketplace? The more value you can add to the marketplace, the greater amount of money you will create for yourself, right? Whether that's through your job or starting your own business, right? So you can go out and create a product or a service or just market and promote a product or service that is of significant value and just share that with more people, like through, affiliate marketing, and you can make a very, very good income doing so, right? So, that's the number one thing is just value. And again, control. You have more control. You also get to control who you work with, guys. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about being an entrepreneur is that, unlike a job, as the owner, you get to pick and choose who you work with and to what, capacity you work with that person, right? You're not obligated to work with anyone, you build relationships with people like and trust, and and hopefully everybody involved wins, but you're not forced to work with anyone you don't like, unlike your job, because I think we've all been there where we work somewhere we're like, if you could not have to work with a particular individual or individuals, you wouldn't, right? So owning your own business, that's another benefit to it. And again, the last thing I'll say today is that you can start a business right now today and it not cost you anything but a little bit of your time. There are so many opportunities, and the great thing is, guys, you can start these businesses, and when I say you can start them for nothing, meaning you can start businesses where you don't have to create a product or a service. You just market and promote it, right? You don't have to go out and spend money on commercial space, rent out commercial space where you have to pay for a rent, for rent for this space. You don't have to pay for lighting and equipment to put into this space, starting, opening up stores and all that. You don't have to do that. In fact, about 51% of people operating businesses start from home or someone's home, right? They're not out, the majority of people are starting some kind of home-based business. And for those of you out there who are like, I don't have the experience, I've never done this, I've never tried that, what if I fail? Well, right now we're seeing, over the last 3 decades, a big decline in businesses failing, right? We're at a 30% decrease right now of businesses failing, starting from, the late 1970s up to now. Less and less businesses are failing, and 11% of that being, or 11% of businesses failing is due to lack of experience. So, the greater portion of why businesses fail is due to other areas, not necessarily because somebody did not have the experience to do a business or has ever done a business. Only 11% of businesses failing is caused to lack of experience. So, you don't have to know everything. You just have to be willing to put in, like I said, a little bit of time to educate yourself, and and just really be willing to take that risk, to go all into a business, because again, counting on these jobs and things like that as for security in terms of your income and your financial well-being, those days are long gone. So I hope that you're willing to consider starting your own business and putting you and those who count on you in a better financial position. And entrepreneurship is definitely one of the ways to do that. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but I believe everyone can create some kind of additional revenue by starting a business. And again, there are many ways to do it. Some free, some you don't. You have to have little investment. There's just countless opportunities. But the great thing is, we're willing to help you out get started. Check out our YouTube channel. Stay tuned with what we're doing here at Revenue Pro Tips, because we're working, day in and day out to try to help put you in a position in which you can obtain financial freedom, right? And we want that for you. We want that for everyone so please do, guys, if you have liked this video, if you've gotten some kind of value out of it, please do share it. Give us a thumbs up, drop a comment, let us know in the comments below that you've gotten something out of it. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and also share it with other people. There are, again, so many people out there who are looking for something more, guys, and they're a little scared, a little hesitant when it comes to things like starting their own business as well. So don't think that you are alone and wanting more, but just really conflicted on how to do that. There are millions and millions of people in the same boat, and so what we're going to do is we're going to do this together. We're going to help you create a business if that's what you desire to do, whether it's full-time or even just a part-time business for some kind of additional, even if it's for additional income for shopping. You want to go and shop and be able to do a few more things, grab a few more things on a more consistent basis. We're going to help you do that, right? And so, stay tuned, stay connected with us. Check us out at Revenue Pro Tips on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and things like that. Let's stay connected. Let's work towards building your business and having a phenomenal year. All right, until next week, we'll see you next time.